getting a little gooey as you get older. No good. Brickhouse Nutrition is one of the best products out there. It works like most of these GLP-1s. Most of those weight loss injections. They help control blood sugar and curb appetite, so you eat less. There's really no mystery how they work. But that's what lean was created to do without the needles, but it replicates the benefits of these injections. Lean supports healthy blood sugar, helps reduce spikes and cravings. It drives snacking and cravings. I'm telling you, I can vouch for it. Get healthier and lose those unnecessary pounds. Right? Lean goes a step further. Helps your body burn fat, turn it into energy instead of storing it. No prescriptions, no needles. You've been thinking about losing weight. Let's go. No more wasted time. Try it today. Just give it a shot. I'm not confident it's going to work for you. Go to brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Use promo code Dan, my first name, for 20% off. Paula just bought some of this last night. Brickhousenutrition.com/Dan. Promo code Dan. Pick up your bottle of lean today. Give it a shot. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. It's not a substitute or alternative for care from a healthcare provider. Thank you, Brickhouse Nutrition, for giving me a shot.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Here's Jamie Witten in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
And Laurel, so glad we can start this hour off with positive news. Long-standing crash clear to the shoulder, northbound side of 95, north of 198 over the Patuxent River. All lanes open. We're still slow back near Maryland's 200. It'll take a while to clear out those delays. We still have a lot of rush hour slowdowns into Ellicott City, eastbound I-70 at 40 for the incident. A lot of the Beltway still below speed. Crash interloop before Braddock Road, moved to the shoulder. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
High pressure is sticking around for a couple of days. Actually, a pretty good looking forecast here for this morning. Nice and comfortable. Mostly sunny later, 82. Tonight, clear. Lows will be in the low 60s outside the Beltway cooler. Thursday, sunshine pushing it into the upper 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging on WMAL.
73 now at Reagan National Airport. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
Now, if you look at New York, we have all communists running. They're all excited. They're going to win their primaries, but I can't imagine they can beat a normal Republican. So I think it's a good thing. Wouldn't you like to run against somebody like that?
Yes. The red wave, the red putsch, the Tuesday putsch. The Democrat Party has been overthrown. The commies are in charge, and they seem very happy about it, actually. Yes. Well, a very good and happy Wednesday to you. Elections, primary elections in a number of states of our 50 states yesterday. New York getting the most attention because they went all commie all the way. The Democrat Party is dead. It's time they folded up their tents and went the way of the Bull Moose Party. Time for the Democrat Party to stop existing. I was calling it the Red Putsch yesterday. You know, it's a Russian overthrow of the government. And you know who lost? Nancy Pelosi lost. She endorsed the losing candidates, and Hakeem Jeffries, who was a dedicated Jew-hating jihadi, which is part of the mainstream of the Democrat Party now. If you're Jewish and you're a Democrat, you got something wrong with you. There's something wrong, something terribly wrong. And we are at 888-630-9625. 888-630-9625 is the telephone number. Absolutely free to you, our beloved and valued listeners. Extraordinary stuff. And the Democrats, they kicked out the Democrat chair of the Democrat Latinx caucus in the House of Representatives. They have a Latinx caucus, and it's not only an ethnic group, it's a bathroom tissue. The Latinx, according to Joe Biden. Extraordinary stuff. And all the bad guys won. All the commies won. And the Democrat Party and the media couldn't be more excited about it because you got Daria Lisa Avila Chevalier. And she mispronounces her name, but I'll pronounce it correctly for her. Daria Lisa Avila Chevalier. And she won. She's a convert to Islam. She converted to Islam, which is, I always used to tell a joke long ago. Said I'm Irish and Basque, right? I'm Irish Catholic and Basque. Catholic also, and said, and the Irish Catholics have a terrorist organization, of course, called the Irish Republican Army, the IRA, and the Basques, my father's side of the family, they also have their own terrorist organization called the ETA, ETA, for Basque Homeland, ETA. And I said, when I was a kid, I said, well, that's fine. I got terrorists on my mother's side and terrorists on my father's side. But if I convert to Islam, then get out of the way, because that could be problematic. And this Daria Lisa Vila Chevalier, she's a real piece of work, I got to tell you. This one, and they got this Brad Lander guy. Brad Lander, he beat the guy that they threw out of the coffee shop in Brooklyn because he's a Jew and he supports Israel, and you can't have people in your open to the public conveyance, your coffee shop, if they believe that Israel has a right to exist. Got to get them out of there. And that we talked about him yesterday. That was an interesting one. And the guy that he defeated is the one who was kicked out of the coffee shop and all that. And he's worth $250 million. The guy that lost, because he inherited all of it from his grandmother. And his grandmother was the great grandniece of Levi Strauss, the blue jeans fortune. And he lost. It's a pretty crazy place that the Democrats are creating for us. Honestly, the Democrat Party. We've got so much to talk about. And now the Democrats, they're not Democrat. I've been saying this for a long time. Just as friendly fire isn't, as they say in the military, friendly fire isn't friendly. The Democratic Party isn't democratic. And I like saying that too. It's, common courtesy isn't, the Democratic Party isn't. And they've got these absolute commies like Hassan Piker. Speaking of Jew-hating radical leftists, I got to, keep in mind that Adolf Hitler's party was the National Socialist German Workers' Party. We know it was in Germany. It was the Socialist Workers' Party, and it was national. And the Democrat Party, boy, they're all socialist and they're all Jew-haters. Now, who are they more like, actually? The USSR or Nazi Germany? It's not really even tough to say. Pretty amazing stuff we've got going on here. And there's a lot more, because we do have that. We have that. And I saw an article today said that this radical left-wing gang, that they're like the Tea Party. They're like the Tea Party for the left, except the Tea Party was pro-American and based on America's founding, and T was sometimes considered to be an acronym for taxed enough already. And we were going back and forth on this today on our text messages and so on. So that it's not the Tea Party, but it might be the Kool-Aid Party, like the Jonestown Kool-Aid Party, because the Democrat Party is not recognizable as an American political party. Pretty extraordinary stuff. But this morning said, because of their relationship with Jonestown, which was going to be Jonestown, where 900 black people allegedly drank the Kool-Aid and all died poisoning themselves, mass suicide. That was a socialist utopia that they were building there. They had to leave Oakland, California, and go to Guyana in South America to build a socialist utopia. It worked so well in Cuba. What could go wrong? Pretty amazing stuff. But it is these are Kool-Aid drinkers of the first order. And a majority, even CNN admitted it last night or yesterday. The Democrat Party is more socialist than they are capitalist. The latest polls on this show that the Democrat Party, and I've got audio for you on this too from CNN of all places. The socialism is supported by the Democrats. 66% say socialism number one. Only 42% say capitalism is number one. They are a socialist party, and the socialists murdered 100 million people in the last century, not just Jonestown with the Kool-Aid and all of that good stuff, but isn't that amazing? And it was like with the Kool-Aid Party, since the Tea Party was taxed enough already, right? We were thinking, well, what would the acronym be for Kool-Aid? Taxed enough already, and the Kool-Aid Party, kill off our leaders and arrange Israel's death. See, that's the acronym for Kool-Aid for the Democrat Party. Kill off our leaders and arrange Israel's death. They're an anti-Israel party. It's quite extraordinary how and then they say they're not anti-Semites. They just want to wipe all the Jews out. That again, they use the words, but they don't know what they mean. Also, very upsetting this morning. Michael Piercy shared this with me early this morning. Lizzo, big old Lizzo. She sings a song, belts one out every now and then. Lizzo's new album didn't even chart. It didn't chart as a verb. It could have charted as a verb, but it didn't. And Rolling Stone magazine wants to know what happened. It's the headline. Lizzo's new album didn't even chart. They got a picture of her. She's a woman of color, and a lot of it too, a whole lot of color. And what happened? I think, and Michael Piercy and I were going back and forth this morning, and my question was, well, did it suck? The album? Because I just think I gotta tell you, maybe, but the Democrat Party, they're completely insane. It's not the Tea Party. It might be the Jonestown Kool-Aid Party, though. Isn't that remarkable stuff? Yeah, the Democrats' big sweep, the socialist sweep for the Democrats, and it makes sense at CNN because 66% of Democrats prefer socialism to capitalism, and that is what higher education is about. First, you get high, then you get educated. So you smoke a lot of Hawaiian Kush bud, get a lot of really high grade indica, and then you smoke a lot of it. And then you get educated because then hey, socialism is really cool. Maybe this would be better. And the net favorability, this is another CNN item. Net favorability among Democrats. Democratic Socialists of America are plus 17, meaning that vast majority, way more Democrats prefer the Democratic Socialist America versus Democrats in Congress, already in Congress, plus 4. They have plus 4% approval with Democrat voters in the poll, whereas the Democratic Socialist of America have plus 17. The Democratic Party is not democratic; it's not American. So what do we call them? We call them the commies, I guess, from now on. But they're not on Team America. Boy, are they not on Team America. Democratic Socialists are plus 17 points in net favorability, right? And socialism is much preferred to capitalism, and that's the Democrat Party writ large, and their representative Esplat. It's I've never even heard anybody pronounce his name. He's not a very busy congressman, but Congressman Esplat, Espaiillat. He is right now, not for long, the chair of the Democrats, the House Hispanic Latinx caucus, and the Democrats just threw him out because they're racists. Well, we know they're racist, but that's pretty amazing stuff. Daria Lisa Villa Chevalier, her plan is, she won easily yesterday. Pretty amazing stuff. She wants to abolish all prisons, so all prisoners. So everybody get your gun and keep it in your hand at all times, because the Democrats are going to empty the prisons and put them out on the street if this woman gets her way. Abolish ICE. Can't have ICE because you got to have open borders. They're all open borders, open gangs. They're pro-murder, and they arrange for more murder, actually. Abolish borders. Here's the Chevalier, Daria Lisa Avia Chevalier, and she mispronounces Chevalier because she's from a beep hole country in the Caribbean, and Venezuela too. She wants to abolish prisons, abolish ICE, abolish borders, so there'd be just a free-for-all on Earth. A total war would result. Defund the police. That's a good idea. Open the borders, abolish prisons, let everybody out, and defund the police. So it's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. It's a rolling gunfight until the end of time. If Daria Lisa Villa Chevalier gets her name, even though she can't pronounce her own name. Defund the police, and all deportations are wrong. And she's asked, well, what about illegal aliens in the country that have committed felonies and been arrested for felonies? Is deporting them wrong? And she said, yes, deporting anyone is wrong. I want more crime and more criminals, more gangs, more rape, more murder. That's the Democrat Party's plan for America, because they're the communist left. They call themselves socialists, but so did the USSR. Isn't that amazing? She called the U.S., the United States of America, expletive deleted disgrace, effing disgrace. That's the United States. And the Democrats are sending her to Congress. And now that she has the nomination, she's going to win because the communists, they just want death and mayhem and kill the Jews and firebomb the synagogues. She said, I forgot to get napkins, so I just wiped my hand on the American flag behind me. That's just a little sample of the people the Democrats are sending to Congress. She's a convert to Islam because after September 11th, who didn't convert to Islam, right? Pretty amazing stuff. And Claire Valdez, we were playing audio of both of these people yesterday on the big radio broadcast. She's another radical socialist. They're communists, and they would kill your children in America too. She wants to give citizenship and voting rights to all illegal aliens, anybody in the country that's here illegally. She wants to give the country over to gangs from Venezuela and have a rolling gunfight until the end of time. She wants to use taxpayer money to fund all transgender surgeries and treatments because she's severely mentally ill. And she wants to eliminate private health insurance because she's a communist. And there's a gunfight coming in this country on an epic scale, the likes of which we haven't seen since the Republicans got rid of Jefferson Davis and the Democrats. Also, the Brad Lander guy, who yesterday beat the Levi Strauss fortune in the air, $250 million. And hey, I brought my daughter to a coffee shop in Brooklyn, and they told me to get out because I'm a Jew. I think I'll go back there tomorrow and give them more of my money. The Democrat Party. Brad Lander wants to abolish ICE, which means you have no borders and you have no immigration laws. He wants to forgive all student loans, not forgive, but pay them off with your money. That's about $2 trillion, $2 trillion. And he wants to destroy the Supreme Court by expanding it or, burning it to the ground or whatever he wants to do. But Zoran Kwame Mamdani, he endorsed all three of these communists in New York, and they won. And the headline today is Mamdani gets clean sweep. It's got a kind of odd to use the word clean in there. Bad night for Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries endorsed the other candidates. He lost everyone. And also Nancy Pelosi endorsed the wrong candidates too. Really, really remarkable stuff. The socialist sweep, the red putsch. Man, oh man. Yes, sir. The NRCC said tonight wasn't just a bad night for the so-called leader Hakeem Jeffries. It was the night the Democrat establishment officially surrendered to Zoran Mamdani and the socialist wing of their party. That's right. New York is beat, and they deserve it. You voted for these people. You're going to get what you voted for. That's bad for civilization. But the left, they love Jonestown. So maybe New York should change their name to Jonestown. That might be good. And just scratching the surface, we've got a lot of madness for you because the Democrats. Also, they killed off the Kennedy family. Jack Schlossberg. He's out. He lost. Kennedy, grandson of the president, and he's out. RFK Jr. He's out. They shoot him in the head if they could. Also, George Conway, Kellyanne Conway's awful Trump-hating husband, running as a Democrat, and he lost too. But the Democrat Party went full Lee Harvey Oswald yesterday in New York. They did the full Lee Harvey. Now they're the Socialist Party. Hakeem Jeffries lost. Nancy Pelosi lost. Zoran Mamdani won. And Lee Harvey Oswald must be very, very happy today.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Beltway is jammed into Bethesda. 3-car crashes on the outer loop between Connecticut Avenue and 270. Delays from New Hampshire Avenue. Getting to the Beltway Theater Road starting to get very slow. Interloop slows to check it out. Georgetown Pike just outside of the Beltway at Swingsmill Road. It looks like road crews are set up, and that is stop and go each direction. Rush hour is still on, heading for Potomac River Crossings, 395 back near the Pentagon, 66 out of Arlington. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Sunny and pleasant today. We'll have a high of 82. Partly cloudy skies overnight, low 62.
It's Vince for Artisan Movers. As a military brat, I remember my parents stressed every time we moved, worried something would break because some movers treated our stuff like junk. It was always stressful. That's why today, whether you're moving across town or across the country, I recommend Artisan Movers, a local family-owned business founded by Mark Lewandowski. He's a proud Terp, having graduated from the University of Maryland and hardworking all-American guy. Mark built Artisan Movers on the vision of giving his customers honest, dependable, high-quality, stress-free moving services. Artisan Movers provides you with local and long-distance moves, storage, and even white glove service, meaning they'll pack and unpack everything in your home or office. You don't lift a finger. They'll do it all with care and professionalism and the kind of personal touch you just don't get with the big chains. Honest, careful, and professional. That's the Artisan way. So for your next move, trust Artisan Movers. Free quotes and WMAL listener discounts are available. Call 240-600-0998. That's 240-600-0998. Or visit artisanmovers.com.
I'm not 18 anymore. I don't live in a dorm, and I have little free time. I'm working, raising 2 kids, and I'm tired. But I'm not done. That's why I chose University of Phoenix. I take one class at a time, log in on my schedule, and I don't have to worry about tuition going up. It just fits my life.
University of Phoenix. Built for real life. Get started at phoenix.edu.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog, Dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play. Just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Life doesn't wait. The kids outgrow the old couch. The fridge stops working. And sometimes you just want to treat yourself to a bigger TV. That's where Aaron's comes in. Shop thousands of products from top brands in furniture, electronics, appliances, and more. Find what you love. Take it home. Pay over time. And once you're done, it's yours. Because getting what you need for your home should feel easy. Shop Aaron's.com or visit your local Aaron's store today. Approval not guaranteed. Restrictions apply. See stores for details.
Ready to shine for those last-minute plans? Head to Zoom Tan. Get the sun and sunless experience you deserve with advanced equipment for beautiful, even color fast. Plus, at many locations, enjoy 24/7 member access through the Zoom Tan app, along with advanced wellness like red light therapy and infrared sauna. Now rolling out chain-wide. Red light and infrared wellness support collagen, boost mood, and help you recharge. From tanning to total wellness, it's confidence from every angle. Visit ZoomTan.com to see what's new near you. Zoom Tan. Why be pale and pasty when you can be tan and tasty?
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
Windshield wiper. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
1 second, you're enjoying your first day off and forever. Then, mid-lunch, your phone buzzes. A window's been broken at home, and you're miles away. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT offers security systems with 24/7 monitoring, with tech that helps first responders prioritize your emergency. And with the ADT Plus app, you can stay informed and in control of your home from virtually wherever you are. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
The Derek Hunter Show every single weekday here from 3 to 6 p.m. on WMAL.
One of the big winners in New York last night is a woman, apparently, who am I to judge? Darializa Avila Chevalier. She mispronounces it. And she's a socialist, therefore a commie. She's a racist and an anti-Semite. And she's on her way to the House of Representatives because the Democrats are all going to vote for her in the general election. New York's 13th congressional district. She actually was raised in Florida, but moved to New York City in 2012. She's going to be a member of Congress. red diaper doper baby. I used to work with a red diaper baby when I was at CNN, raised by actual communists and all that. Moved to New York City. She went to Columbia College and she got a bachelor in Middle Eastern Studies. Middle Eastern Studies. I love that because, she's from the Dominican Republic and Middle Eastern Studies makes sense, right? So she's got that. But listen to this. Now she's at the University of New York at Cooney. She's studying, listen to this, the ways black immigrants from Latin America are impacted by the U.S. criminal system and deportation. That's what she's majoring in right there. Ought to be a good member of Congress.
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Beltway into Chevy Chase, 3-car crashes on the outer loop after Connecticut Avenue, delays back to New Hampshire Avenue, inner loop slows to check it out. Southbound 95 still slows, but that's to merge onto the inner loop to get you past Route 1 and over toward the VW Parkway. Rush hour is still on Potomac River crossings, 395 jam-packed at the Pentagon, 95 North still jammed Lorton into Newington toward the Franconia Springfield Parkway. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Sunny and pleasant today. We'll have a high of 82. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Low 62.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top-shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
Ready to shine for those last-minute plans? Head to Zoom Tan. Get the sun and sunless experience you deserve with advanced equipment for beautiful, even color fast. Plus, at many locations, enjoy 24/7 member access through the Zoom Tan app, along with advanced wellness like red light therapy and infrared sauna. Now rolling out chain-wide. Red light and infrared wellness support collagen, boost mood, and help you recharge. From tanning to total wellness, it's confidence from every angle. Visit ZoomTan.com to see what's new near you. Zoom Tan. Why be pale and pasty when you can be tan and tasty?
For generations, Advanced Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advanced Auto Parts today.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
You want opportunity. You want purpose. A chance to lead and serve in meaningful ways.
This is purpose-driven education. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Get a jump on next summer with Vrbo's early booking deals. Don't wait to claim your dream summer spot, whether that includes a good porch swing or a poolside lounger. When you book early, you get the best places at the best prices. But back to poolside loungers. With Vrbo, you don't have to reserve any loungers. They're all yours. In fact, the whole private home is yours. Book with early booking deals, and you can lounge around all summer long however you please. Book with Vrbo.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking. Ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wiper? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Spain is currently trading at over 17% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out over $530 if they win soccer's biggest prize. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code JUMP to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory. For generations, Advanced Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advanced Auto Parts today. Advanced Auto Parts. Get to the good parts. WMAL, making sense of mainstream media because the double standard is real. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Make some noise for Daria Lisa! Make some noise for Brad Landa! Make some noise for Cleo Valdez! Let me hear you say, game time! Okay, I'm not gonna curse anymore. No more cursing.
Got a little Uber. It's not just a car service anymore. Now it's back to the old days, Uber Alleys. That was the radical. Remember 5-alarm Jamal? That was now former Democrat House member Jamal Bowman. Remember, he pulled the fire alarm to disrupt Congress. It was an insurrection to prevent a vote from happening because he didn't want the vote to pass. And he's on the wrong side of everything. There he is chanting F-APAC, and the crowd screams F-APAC. It really is Munich, 1933. The Democrat Party ought to be wearing armbands. They got to be goose-stepping into Madison Square Garden for their big rally. They are not on the side of the United States of America. Jamal Bowman, absolute lunatic. And one of the people that he's cheering for there is, I was just talking about her, and she is really something, I've got to say. She converted to Islam. Now, again, she was actually born in Florida and raised in Florida, but Dominican parents. And then she moved to New York as a kid. And she's, well, not quite as a kid, but and now she's going to be a member of the House of Representatives because these people, can I just say, these people, and I went to her Wikipedia page, Daria Liza, Liza, Avila, Chevalier, mispronounced as Chevalier or something like that, but that's okay. And Democratic Socialist of America, born and raised in Florida, and just great stuff. Columbia College, bachelor's in Middle Eastern Studies, Middle Eastern Studies, but never mind that. And now she's working on her PhD. It's under the umbrella of sociology. She's studying, quote, the ways Black immigrants from Latin America are impacted by the U.S. criminal system and deportation. Well, that depends on how many people they rape and murder, doesn't it? I think it does. But the Democrats are the party of rape and murder. There's no doubt about it. They support it. They back their rapists and their murders. They love Luigi Mangione. They love assassinating Charlie Kirk. They love shooting Donald Trump through the ear. Nobody had a bad word to say about their Bernie Sanders campaign volunteer shooting and nearly killing Congressman Steve Scalise on that baseball field. But this woman, who is now going to be in the House of Representatives, just amazing stuff with her advanced education in Black immigrants from Latin America only, and how they're impacted by the U.S. criminal justice system. And it's different, when they murder people and things like that. But the Democrats and this woman, can I just say this woman, she converted to Islam, and she talks a lot about Islamophobia because she's severely mentally ill. But she converted to Islam in 2018. It's now 2026. She 8 years ago converted to Islam, and she wears the shador and carries a scimitar and AK-47. She was wearing a suicide vest, and she's on her way to a school.
I like the
because
Crows, though. They were
Democrat
driving the
is that way.
Blackbirds crazy
They're
earlier.
quite amazing. And Jamal Bowman.
Crows, they raid
Jamal Bowman.
the
Actually,
nest.
we have,
It's fucking
we have more
hilarious.
Jamal Bowman, don't we, Michael? And this guy, he's a former member of the House of Representatives, and he is a five-alarm Bowman, and he pulled the fire alarm to stop a vote from happening in Congress, you may recall. And then he was where he worked his way out of Congress, and he's no longer in the House, but he's as crazy as he ever was. There is no doubt about that. And Jamal Bowman was at a rally called All Out for the Dream. All Out for the Dream. The dream is gulags and death camps, and they're all out for it. Isn't that amazing? And they've got the Dream Team. They call them the Dream Team. They're communists and America-hating anti-Semites and gender dysphoric, mentally ill people. Jamal Bowman, the former member of the House of Representatives, but still at it in New York. You just heard him chanting F AIPAC. I'll keep it clean for you. But he's cursing AIPAC, American Israeli Political Action Committee, because the Jews must be stopped. I got to tell you, if you're Jewish and living in New York, now's the time to get on a ship and get out of there. Like the St. Louis that remember FDR turned around and sent back to the Nazis, Jews escaping Nazi Germany. But now is the time for New York Jews to get on a ship or get on a plane or get on a bus and get the hell out of Dodge, because they're not on Team Jew, that's for sure. And here is Jamal Bowman at the big rally, the All Out for the Dream Team rally for three commies in New York. And listen to this guy.
Because now you're going to have like half of Congress screaming free Palestine.
Because now you're going to have half of Congress screaming free Palestine, and the crowd went wild. You're going to have half of Congress screaming free Palestine, which is a very radical and extremist perspective. And Jamal Bowman, a former member of the House of Representatives, says you're going to have half of Congress screaming free Palestine because, the Democrats are now Hamas. They're pro-Hamas. They're pro-ISIS. They're pro-Al-Qaeda. This one converted to Islam 8 years ago, not Jamal Bowman, but the other one, the lunatic, and the other lunatic. Got to narrow it down a little more. Isn't that amazing? Is that it for Jamal Bowman? We have more. There's one more. Okay, that's enough of Jamal Bowman too. Pretty amazing stuff. Let's go to some audio, because everything that happened last night is getting a lot of attention. And the president of the United States, Donald John Trump, he's not pro-communist. He's not pro-open borders, and he's not pro-abolishing ICE. He's not pro-defunding the police, but these communists are. And of course, they want to put a Planned Parenthood in every pot, because they got to harvest those organs, millions and millions of them. So here is President Trump on the New York elections last night.
Oops. Now, if you look at New York, we have all communists running. They're all excited. They're going to win their primaries, but I can't imagine they can beat a normal Republican. So I think it's a good thing. Wouldn't you like to run against somebody like that?
Wouldn't you like to run against? So, but in New York, they're all going to win. And then the subway system will be turned into a gulag system. It'll be like they're going to use it like Hamas uses their tunnel system that the so-called international community paid to build. Now, on CNN, they have their polls guy. And we'll see about what President Trump said. Are these people going to lose to Republicans? I don't think they are. I think that the Democrats in New York are going to send the genocidal, Jew-hating communists. The Socialist Workers' Party of Adolf Hitler is on the rise in the United States of America. And it's the Democrat Party in the name of liberalism. No sense of irony. For how long have I been saying they have no sense of irony? And they just keep proving. All these sayings that I had even 20 years ago, they keep proving again and again and again that these sayings were true. They have no sense of irony. They're certainly not in our team. They're all mentally ill and gender dysphoria. But on CNN, they have their polls guy, Harry Enton. And people like him. He's kind of fun on doing his polls. He's very enthusiastic about it all. And he is talking about the Democrat Party and socialism versus not socialism, like capitalism.
among Democrats themselves. The Democratic Socialists of America have a higher net favor rating than the Democratic Party does, at least those who are members of Congress. I mean, just take a look here. Dem Socialists of America, plus 17 points. Democrats in Congress, plus 4 points. No wonder that Dem Socialists are getting nominated across the political map in different primaries, because simply put, they're more popular than the Democrats currently in charge.
The Democrat Party isn't. The Democratic Party isn't. They are not democratic. It is a socialist party. Socialists are the most murderous, criminal gang of slugs in the history of humankind. They murdered 100 million people last year, enslaved billions, brutalized them, still doing it in China. They have slavery going on in Western China. These idiot Democrats in Washington, D.C. and beyond talk about slavery in the United States, which was a Democrat Party project. And America's guilty. America's terrible. Well, what about slavery today? There are these anti-slavery outfits that say there are more slaves on Earth today than at any other point in human history. And the Democrats don't actually care about that. Harry Enton, but there's Harry Enton on Fox News. Democratic socialists are much more that is to say, socialism is much more popular with Democrats than America is, and then capitalism is, and extraordinary things. And they love crime and mayhem and craziness. And I said in 2010, how many Democrats favored socialism over capitalism? 50%, 2010, so 16 years ago now, Democrats favored capitalism by 1 point. 51% of Democrats favored capitalism. 50% said they favored socialism. I know that's 101%, but it's a CNN poll. And now the more recent poll was 2025. It was actually last year. 66% of Democrats preferred socialism. Only 42% preferred capitalism. And that's what Harry Enton was just talking about there. But Harry Enton was not quite done yet, because he is very excited about his polls. And the Democrats, socialism versus capitalism, Harry Enton.
How do Democrats today view socialism compared to capitalism?
This is one of the biggest political changes I've seen during my lifetime. Match up socialism, capitalism among Democrats. You go back 16 years ago, 2010, capitalism and socialism right there, favorable rating, 51%, 50%. Look at it now. Socialism clearly in the lead among Democrats. 66% of them view socialism favorably, just 42% view capitalism favorably.
And they'll steal everything you have. They will tax you into oblivion. They'll tax your car. They'll tax your hair. They'll tax everything. They'll steal everything they can from you. Just amazing. And the Democrats, they had in New York, they have a state Senate candidate, whose name is Aberquaz. Nobody's just named like Steve Clark anymore. Aber, A-B-E-R, last name K-W-A-S, Aberquaz. And he won his primary yesterday. I apologize. She won her primary yesterday. It's really hard to tell. When you look at them, you can't tell. And when you ask them and they answer, you're still not sure. But here is Aberquaz, now victorious in the state Senate primary in New York. What does Aber think?
The system of capitalism and racism and white supremacy, etc., have all, and Islamophobia have all been used, to colonize lands, right, to take resources from other people. And so this is like a long trajectory. And we're just seeing the manifestations of that continuation, right, with 9/11.
Yeah, capitalism and racism and white supremacy and Islamophobia are what is driving everything. And
we get the steam come off them.
This country to a shooting war. Show me a white supremacist. Show me Islamophobia. What is it? They can't even tell you what it is because it's a nonsensical word. You have an irrational fear of Islam just because of, 50 or 60,000 murderous terrorist attacks from thousands of people being killed in one swoop to kidnappings, torture, rape, murders going on under our nose constantly since long before I was born. Goes back to Thomas Jefferson's time. But this is America. And what she was talking about there was the attacks of September 11th, about how the 9/11 attacks nearly 25 years ago, America's fault because capitalism, real bad, racism, she's the only racist, and the white supremacy, there, as far as I can tell, there actually are no white supremacists, and Islamophobia suggests an irrational fear, a medical condition which is fabricated by the radical left because they want to imprison everyone. You know, they put up a woman, they were running her in the primary in Texas, a Democrat woman in Texas who wanted to take over all the ICE facilities in Texas, and she wanted to use them as internment camps for what she called, they support Israel. They're Zionists, and concentration camps where she said the government would engage in systematic sterilization, because isn't that good? And she's going to the State House in New York, and then they're going to run her for Congress because the Democrat Party is the jihad. They're the Nazi Party. They're the Soviet Union. They're the bad guys. They're inside the tent, and they're one of our two major parties. Aren't they amazing? In New York for the House of Representatives, they're running this convert to Islam, Daria Lisa Chevalier, and she converted to Islam in 2018, just 8 years ago. Seemed like a good time to convert to Islam. And listen to the peculiar phrasing that she uses. She doesn't say that she converted to Islam. She says that she reverted to Islam, as though it is the natural state of being, or she always was but didn't know it or something. She is coming to the House of Representatives.
I know that we all deserve a representative who isn't bought by AIPAC.
Oh, AIPAC.
I'm also the only Muslim in my family. I reverted 3 years ago. Actually, the friend who pushed me to do it asked me, why have you fasted for 4 years and yet you haven't taken your shahada? She's here today. And when she asked me that, I thought, that is a great question. And I thought for myself, why I hadn't taken the step yet.
Why hasn't she? And she said 3 years ago, her Wikipedia page, which she controls, says she converted 8 years ago. And then in front of cameras, she said she converted 3 years ago. I guess she's lying. That's a taqiyya. You know, now that you're a Muslim, you can lie to the infidel about anything you want to lie about as long as it advances the cause of Islamism. Isn't that great? Daria Lisa Chevalier, on her Muslim faith, only Muslim in her family, converted 3 years ago. Wiki's page says she converted 8 years ago. Isn't that great? And here she is. She's an Islamist and wants everyone to join her, Mrs. Chevalier.
Seeing how all of my friends who were showing up to organizing, who are Muslim, were showing up in the space, and the grace and love and passion that they had in these spaces of social justice. That really pushed me to join the faith. And wanting to make sure that we are reflecting that. I'm reflecting that in every space that I'm in, and that, you know, inshallah, if we make it to Congress, that we're reflecting that in the halls of power as well.
It's kind of funny. She did have a suicide vest on and an AK-47 slung over her shoulder because she really seems to be taking it seriously, doesn't she?
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Beltway into Chevy Chase, 3-car crash now to the shoulder, outer loop after Connecticut Avenue. Still watch for pockets of delays coming through Silver Spring. Now I have a crash reported within the backups near University Boulevard. Really careful. Virginia was a late crash 95 northbound before the Beltway near the Franconia Springfield Parkway sits to both shoulders. Slow out of Lorton. 395 still stop and go back near the Pentagon onto lower 14th Street. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Sunny and pleasant today. We'll have a high of 82. Partly cloudy skies overnight, low 62.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand, inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss the downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Now when you play Powerball, at Double Play for only $1 more, your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas makes socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation.
You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code audio.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay, things people love.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Payroll's running, 401k added. So simple. Who the? Hey there, I'm you with Gusto Payroll. You look so relaxed.
Breakfast can wait, I guess.
Payroll's done. Compliance is covered and
Ready though. Well, part of breakfast.
this for me.
You know, I have 3 ribs
With
left,
more Gusto.
and I'm going to eat
Gusto
them.
for your payroll, benefits, and HR, so you can double down on your business. Choose a future.
I got to watch my
Gusto.
girlish figure.
1 second, you're enjoying your first day off and forever. Then mid-lunch, your phone
I
buzzes.
got the
A
Marine
window's
Corps
open at
flag
home,
back
and
up
you're
there.
miles away. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT
My
offers
brother-in-law,
security systems
JC's
for 24/7
husband,
monitoring with tech that helps first
he's a
responders
Marine.
prioritize your emergency. And with the ADT Plus app, you can
He got out of the service the year I joined.
from virtually wherever you are. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more.
Gary's a Vietnam veteran.
WMAL, making sense of the border because laws
JC's
either
husband.
matter or they don't. Download the WMAL app to stream us for
Marine.
free.
Poor little Logical. He is so mad. There, I mentioned you there, Patrick Francis Callahan. You're the dwarf. Fucking ignorant bastard.
From left to right. Right?
Fuck you, Logical. Fuck you, you fucking squeaky little fuck.
On the political spectrum, to Lee Harvey Oswald, pro-communist, pro-Soviet, pro-Cuba, fair play for Cuba. The Democrat Party today is closer on the political spectrum to Lee Harvey Oswald than they are to John F. Kennedy, who was president of the United States before he was shot in the head by a communist. Right? Now, the Democrats, they had
Tom, how are you this morning?
Congress, and lost.
Good morning.
Grandson, and he lost. RFK Jr. has been expelled from the Kennedy family, from the good graces of the Democrat Party.
I'm just listening to the news.
Just amazing. Now,
trying to eat breakfast. I sat out on my porch at sunrise this morning and watched the animals. They're going crazy right now. I have baby wood.
I saw that big old steak. Where's mine?
It's spare ribs. It's the last of that spare rib I cooked.
Oh, okay. It looked like a big old steak.
I got Wiggin to complain the other day. They watched me use a knife and fork on spare ribs, and then I gave it up. And you can't eat spare ribs. I mean, you can.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's a messy situation.
Because the Democratic Party isn't liberal anymore. Now it's the left, not on the side.
I'm glad my link works. Yeah, I went to bed last night early. I watched the Yankee game, and I fell asleep. Next thing I know, it's like, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I get up, lollygag around. Let me check and see what's going on. Will Durant was live, so I went in his room.
That must not have been exciting.
He gave me a wrench because he blocked Sebastian. So he gave me a wrench. So I died. And Sebastian didn't come back with another account. He's crying right now in New York. He cries over to Elpesh's chat. The fucking log licker's crying like a bitch, too. Wants to call me an inbred dwarf. You're the dwarf, Logico, you chicken shit motherfucker. Whatever happened to your Thursday night streaming?
That's all he does is cry.
Spams and everything else. That's your boy, Rusty. After you doxed him on Wiggins' panel. I'm not liking Rusty these days, Tom. I appreciate it. Them in their fucking feud. She complained about me and Wiggin arguing, right? When she watches what she wants, right? But yeah, she argues with how many people does she fucking sit there and blabber about?
God, I don't know.
I want to believe German lady likes me, but for her, to bring up JC, I didn't do nothing, supporting Rust, it's, I'm playing the game right. Right, Catherine? These are the people who attack you, Catherine. Logical is one of them.
Hey, don't mess with Kathy. She's a nice girl.
No, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, prove me wrong. You can't, They block and then they talk behind the block. That fucking Terry B. Fuck you, you sawed-off fucking runt. The motherfucker got mad when I started talking about my military service. The only reason I talked about my military service because I was in JC's chat and people were asking me questions. Yeah, my sister's husband, Gary, is a Marine Corps veteran, and he was in during Vietnam War, the end of it. I think he joined in like 73. Yeah, might have been 72. He's a couple of years older than my sister. Tom Flash jumping on the Will Durant fucking bandwagon. He says he doesn't watch all my stuff, but he does to take clips. So he had to have been watching when I did that thing because KMO's posting oh, can't everybody just get along and listen to my music about peace and love for the whole world? Oh, a fucking flower boy. And he claims to be a veteran. I ain't got nothing against the United States Air Force. It was the Army Air Corps, but Navy has its own fucking Air Force also.
I was stationed on the Air Force Base for a while.
I've been to many Air Force bases. I was in Rome. There's Griffiths Air Force Base there. When my ship was in Newport News, Virginia, I went to Langley Air Force Base to buy groceries all the time.
There you go.
I run into people that I graduated from high school or just before me or just after me and run into them.
Yeah, I was at Lackland Air Force Base. I stayed at the Navy Master at Arms Barracks. You wouldn't walk in there with that bag of weed. Too many dogs.
Holy fuck, here we go. I'm just going to time you out, all right? You guys are fucking losers. Logical, you're a fucking loser telling me to shut up in New York chat. Why don't you come to Governor, Logical? Be thankful I don't live down by Newburgh. Logical wouldn't last one day on a Navy ship. You burnt your feet. All he has is my mother's picture to troll me with. He has no substance whatsoever. Duh, the earth is flat. Duh. Now let's ask a quartermaster from the Navy. Is the earth flat?
Quartermaster will tell you hell no.
I mean, you need latitude, you need longitude, you know what I mean? To make your measurements. You charting the ship, you got to know where you're at. And then this fucker coming in here as a hugger of butts telling me to boot you from the panel.
Who's that?
Ever who hugger of butts is, I don't know. It's hard. You can't go to their channel and really find out who they are anymore.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. For long-range missiles, the curvature of the Earth has a lot to do with programming that missile to where it's going to land at.
I can tell you who's probably doing that. Let's name the number of people. Let's name the number of people who create avatars. They make their own avatars. So that's somebody created that avatar. Now it's a butt with a pair of lips blowing a kiss. All right. So there's Randy. There's Rusty. And of course, Logical and Petros Papadiklis are all in with them. Okay. So there's several people out here. See, that's why I don't make avatars. So, and who else would do that? Paul Beach Life, Rum, Vanguard, Whippermantle, Dutchy. The list goes on. Then you have Alpesh Patel. Constantly fucking either using old handles or making new handles to fucking just everybody. But yeah, I got blamed for fucking hating everybody. I don't get along. How about it, Wiggin? Why don't you come on up, Wiggin? Bring your old fucking stinky ass, fucking toothless fucking face up here, Wiggin, and fucking get it over with. I don't want you to come up here because I want views. I just want you to come up so I can fucking. Well, you don't really need to come up because I know you're listening to me. I kind of want to listen to the news. Wiggin, if you were on your deathbed and you wanted to do what Tom's doing, I'd let you up too. Not saying Tom's on his deathbed, but he got bit by a snake. That could be you, Wiggin. That's probably why you never leave the front yard. I bet you're scared of them little critters. I bet you a spider fucking lands on you. You're
Yeah, it's my fault. I catch them.
And then you got Patrick Rowe. That fucker's banned. Unless Patrick Rowe starts making new accounts, I doubt he will. If they all have Andy 504. They all make those accounts. Yeah, Shancamp's another one, right? Shankamp. I don't really bother Shankamp too much. Yeah. I'd like to know what's his name is. Super Dave. Super Dave, where are you anyway? Ain't seen you in a long time. Weren't you the one white knighting for what? Vanguard? You and Vanguard are buddies, right?
Oh, I like some ginger ale right now.
Well, I don't know who that Margaret Butts could be. More than likely, it's Rusty, because she's the one that has the most invested out here in this. I mean, look at her. Look at the channels she makes. She gets reported. She makes new channels. She's got all this content in it. She claims to be chat historian. And then there's Will Durant. He's not like that. And Will gave me a wrench this morning, and I took out Sebastian. Seb. Just call me Seb. John. Seb. So what is it, your name? Sebastian Jonathan or something like that? Jonathan Sebastian? You fucking sawed off runt. And then you got Logical fucking calling me a dwarf when that motherfucker is a dwarf. That's your buddy, Tom Flash. My camera just hesitated.
Remarkable stories yesterday. There was a back and forth between Democrat Congressman Ro Khanna. That's his name. Ro.
I got to turn this up.
His first name is just R.O. That's what he uses anyway. Ro Khanna. And he picked a fight with Elon Musk. He decided to pick a fight with Elon Musk.
This is golden.
Elon Musk was having none of it. And it didn't go very well for
I'm turning it up
Ro
a little
Khanna,
bit.
I've got to say, because Elon Musk is, maybe the smartest man in the world, one of the smartest men in the world. And Ro Khanna is not. You see, he's a Democrat member of the House of Representatives, and he's not especially bright. He seems reasonably, what is it? How does he seem, Michael? He seems reasonably articulate and bright and clean. But kind of like Barack Obama, as described by Joe Biden, articulate. First mainstream black guy to come along who's articulate, bright, and clean. And we, Ro Khanna, not so articulate, not so bright, not so clean. Remarkable stuff, but he picked a fight with Elon Musk, and their fun things started appearing on the Twitter and so on. And when you're a Democrat, I got to tell you again, the heir, Dan Golden, the heir to the Levi Strauss, one of the many heirs to the Levi Strauss fortune, $250 million for him. Pretty good company that he built, I guess. Well, listen to this, because Elon Musk calls
That's good duffel right there.
Democrat Congressman Ro Khanna. And breaking news yesterday from Doge designer Doge. They want to jail people for Doge now for trimming the federal budget because they're communists and they're mentally stinking ill. Breaking news yesterday afternoon. Elon Musk pulls out Ro Khanna as his household wealth reportedly grew from roughly, listen to this, Ro Khanna, member of the House of Representatives, makes less than $200,000 a year. And listen to this. His wealth, his household wealth, his personal wealth grew from, he marked it down as $27 million to $46 million. He can't be too specific. Somewhere between $27 million and $46 million, he put that down. And then he had to update his household wealth, and he updated it to $232.7 million. 232.7. let's round it to 233 million. Only 300,000 between friends, and isn't that amazing? 631 million total trade volume across 38,666 trades. Got the mark of the beast in there, Satan. Since entering Congress, so he came into Congress. He is the most prolific Democrat member of Congress trading on the stock market in the history of the House of Representatives. He must be sleeping with Nancy Pelosi or something. Just sleeping. She's whispering secrets in his ear. Buy Tesla, things like that. Elon Musk calls out Ro Khanna. And it's because Ro Khanna decided to attack Elon Musk. And Elon Musk said, I'm sorry, Ro Khanna's attacking me? And Ro Khanna, he's a little upset about this, but Elon Musk is maybe the smartest man in the world, and Ro Khanna is definitely not.
I do believe that once we take power, there has to be accountability. There needs to be accountability for Elon Musk. They're celebrating that he created 4,400 millionaires, but they don't talk about the 4.5 million children around the world who he possibly sentenced to death by dismantling USA. He needs to answer for that. He needs to be subpoenaed. He needs to face investigation. He needs to answer for what he did with Doge. That it's not just let's move on.
This is where these idiots in YouTube chat get it from.
Aren't they? So
got to prosecute him.
Jail Ro Khanna. He just accused him.
Trump was supposed to have been in jail 10 years ago.
4.5 children, which it takes the Democrats 4 years to do in the abortion clinics, but they harvest their organs. So that's pretty good stuff. And he's on he talks about creating 4,400.
Sorry, I can't type right now.
And that's just more than 400 of them. This is when his initial public offering came forward with SpaceX thing. He created thousands of new millionaires, including, I think, more than 400 people who were got more than $100 million because he's making people rich, because he's a creator of things. The Democrats are the left. They're the destroyer of worlds. They end become God, destroyer of worlds. Little Vishnu, little Robert Oppenheimer, dropping the first bomb. So Ro Khanna went on television, said Doge said trimming.
Eat your heart out, Mary Bernie.
$38 trillion in debt. And the communists like Ro Khanna, baby slaughtering, organ harvesting, kleptocratic, murderous, anti-American communist lunatics like Ro Khanna. He just accused one of the world's the Leonardo da Vinci of our time of being responsible for killing 4.5 million children. He's never complained about killing millions of children before. Never. In the time that he's been in Congress, many more than that have been aborted just in the United States. He said worldwide that, oh, sure, he creates millionaires by the shipload, but he killed because Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency in the United States, says Ro Khanna leads to 4.5 million children, and only children, not adults, only children. And they suddenly
hey, I got a red-winged blackbird out there.
Club to death
cool.
And use meat tenderizers to pull their organs from them. Just amazing stuff. Ro Khanna. And he was on CNN, Michael, is that right? Yeah, he was on CNN, and he's attacking, there's got to be, when we take power, there will be accountability. And they're going to target people like Elon Musk and accuse them of murdering millions. 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust. But Elon Musk's Doge killed 4.5 million children, and only children worldwide. This is what communists do, and then they start murdering everybody. And if 4.5 million children died because the U.S. government trimmed a couple of our government agencies, then maybe the world should wake up every morning and face America and get on the ground and pray to us, because we might be the real Allah. We could be actual Allah in that amazing stuff. Yeah, Elon Musk, who is just extraordinary, indicates he's suing Representative Ro Khanna after Ro Khanna said Elon needs to answer for 4.5 million kids dying because of Doge cuts. And Elon Musk says, time to sue this liar. And that's very generous. I think with $1 trillion he could drop a Los Angeles house on Ro Khanna's car and crush him. Time to sue this, and it's true. It is time to start suing the hell out of these pathological psycho lawyers. I got to tell you, Elon Musk has to have presidential level security because the left, that is to say the Democrat Party, wants him murdered. They want to kill him, just like they want to kill Donald Trump and America. Isn't that amazing? But Elon Musk says, time to sue this liar. He said, the reality is that money was being sent to corrupt politicians under the guise of aid. Liars, not inside traitors like Roe the robber, he calls him Roe the robber, should be in prison. And that's probably true. Now, how did he go? First of all, how did he get $27 to $46 million when he's a member of Congress? Let's start with that. And then he comes to Congress. He becomes the #1 Wall Street trader. And Elon Musk had somebody look at it. And it turns out that an awful lot of his trades were involving companies that had legislation before Congress at the time that he made the trade. That's Nancy Pelosi normalized insider trading off of Capitol Hill. And Elon Musk, because Ro Khanna is threatening war, threatening to jail or murder Elon Musk because he lies about him that he's murdered, responsible for the deaths of 4.5
I'll
million
eat that
children.
later.
He's never cared about children before. And Elon Musk said, the reality, money is being sent to corrupt politicians and liars and insider traders, stock insider traders like Ro Khanna, Roe the robber, should be in prison. Said the standard applied by Doge was very simple and easy. There's a song in the Simple and Easy. Provide contact information for the recipients of aid so that we can confirm it's not fraudulent, right? That was the standard for Doge. And now Ro Khanna wants to protect criminals, third world banana republic. Now, the people who are actually murdering millions of people, those are the ones that enjoy the protection of Ro Khanna and the left. They are not on Team America, not by a long, long shot. I am telling you. Man, oh, Manischewitz. And we have the mailbag coming up today, too, which is always great. And I haven't even had a chance to look. Michael and Kevin have been assembling the queries, which are like questions, but funnier word. Now, listen to this. What if you could give a gift today that would influence not just one life, but generations of human lives to come? Right now, there's a new generation of mothers and fathers rising up. Parents who want to be for their kids. Imagine that. Yet for a whole lot of expectant parents, that positive pregnancy test can feel a bit overwhelming, unexpected, They're asking themselves, can we do this? Is this the right time? Is this who we are? And that's where Preborn comes in. Through Preborn's network of clinics, parents that are expecting a child receive a free ultrasound. Thank you, paid for by Preborn. And they also get parenting resources and discussions and conversation about the hope of the future and their child and their family and of Jesus Christ. And when a mother and father, they see their baby on that ultrasound screen for the very first time, everything very often changes. Suddenly, there's a future for that child, a future filled with life and with love and with possibility. That's why your support of Preborn matters so much. For just $28 American, Preborn can provide one free ultrasound to that mother and that father to help equip the new generation of parents to choose life and build strong families. All you have to do to donate is dial pound 250 on your phone, and when prompted, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, and the keyword is baby. Or you can go to Al Gore's amazing internet to preborn.com/plant. That's preborn.com/PLANTE. Yes, sir. Yeah, so the Democrats, if you're successful like Elon Musk, they want to crucify you. They want to accuse you of being Hitler, murdering 4.5 million children because you trimmed the fat a little in Washington. Maybe Ro Khanna should be in a penitentiary. Maybe a gulag.
But they don't talk about the 4.5 million children around the world who he possibly sentenced to death by dismantling USA.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
And I did lead right here. I did. I love this stuff. Listen, Brickhouse Nutrition been with me for a long time. So chatting with Miles, I'm up at like 235. True story. I never minded being 235, but you know what minded? My knees that were falling apart and my back. I'm like, I don't know what, before I started really lifting, probably about 190. So 235 was a lot. I said, I got to lose these Miles. He said, Dan, we're going to sick our team of docs and researchers on it, and we're going to get you a really good product because I don't want to take a lot of these needles and stuff. You know what he did? He got lean. He got lean, using lean LEA, and the product works. Me and Paula both use it. I'm now down about 200, 202. Losing weight's a pain. I've been there. You look in the mirror, you're getting a little gooey as you get older. No good. Brickhouse Nutrition is one of the best products out there. Like most of these,
look at the butter I put on that banana bread.
Injections. They help control the curb appetite. That's really no mystery. That's what really mystery can do without them. Replicates the benefits to these injections. Lean supports healthy blood sugar, helps reduce spikes and cravings, it drives snacking and cravings. I'm telling you, I can vouch for it and use it myself. Get healthier, lose those unnecessary pounds, right? Lean goes a step further. Helps your body burn fat, turn it into energy instead of storing it. No prescriptions, no needles. You've been thinking about losing weight. Let's go. No more wasted time. Try it today. Just give it a shot. I'm not confident it's going to work for you. Go to BrickHouseNutrition.com/Dan. Use promo code Dan, my first name, for 20% off. Paula just bought some of this last night. BrickHouseNutrition.com/Dan. Promo code Dan. Pick up your bottle of lean today. Give it a shot. These things have not been evaluated by the FDA. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. It's not a substitute or alternative for care from a healthcare provider. Thank you, Brickhouse Nutrition. You're doing this job.
This summer, don't squeeze in, spread out. Find homes big enough for your whole guest list on Verbo. That's vacation rentals done right. Book your stay now.
It's Vince for Artisan Movers. As a military brat, I remember my parents stressed every time
10:30.
worried something would break because some movers treated our stuff like junk. It was always stressful. That's why today, whether you're moving across town or across the country, I recommend Artisan Movers, a local family-owned business founded by Mark Lewandowski. He's a proud Terps fan, having graduated from the University of Maryland, and hardworking all-American guy. Mark built Artisan Movers on the vision of giving his customers honest, dependable, high-quality, stress-free moving services. Artisan Movers provides you with local and long-distance moves, storage, and even white glove service, meaning they'll pack and unpack everything in your home or office. You don't lift a finger. They'll do it all with care, professionalism, and the kind of personal touch you just don't get with the big chains. Honest, careful, and professional. That's the Artisan way. So for your next move, trust Artisan.
Tesla went over like a lead balloon.
Available, call
What's that? Yeah, I turned that down, Matt.
That's 240-600-0998.
Commercial.
Or visit artisanmovers.com.
Now when you play
Oh.
want to learn more, your numbers will be entered into the double play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite hot dog. Double your play with Powerball Double for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Every problem, call 1-877-888-10.
You're at me, and I feel complete. And you come at me like a Wolverine. And even though you wouldn't take me back on me, our love goes deeper than a submarine. No, I don't want
My love goes deeper than a submarine, that commercial just said.
World's best cat litter for the world's best.
Yeah, dude.
Mark Levin, weekdays 6 till 9 on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
You in my backstage again, Tom? I'm seeing you twice.
Oh, I'm up there twice.
Yep, that's all right. I'll kick it.
from Arkansas.
Okay.
It kind of gives me hesitation for the future of the Jewish community in New York City, county, state. This is the way it started 100 years ago, and I'm wondering when they're going to start marking all the Jewish businesses with stars, writing Yudin on the walls, and when they're going to have crystal knocks.
Right. Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, they've attacked. They've already attacked so many Jewish targets, synagogues, Jewish governor in Pennsylvania. I was making a joke a year ago, Rod. With the Democrats, every knocked is crystal knocked.
It's true.
Yeah, because
about that. I mean,
yeah, and honestly, there's a protest at the coffee shop in Brooklyn today, where they kicked out the Jewish guy for being pro-Israel, and you're right. You know, the Nazis of old, they were the Socialist Workers' Party of Germany, and now the socialists are winning over in New York, and the Jews are on the run. Do you see any parallels there, Rod?
NDSAP, yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Yeah, Rod knows, and the Democrats in New York don't. Even the Jewish Democrats don't.
This is the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10:30. I'm John Matthews. President Trump headed to the Hill to meet with Republican senators who've grown increasingly frustrated with his efforts to divert their agenda. The president will attend a closed-door GOP luncheon today for the first time in more than a year. President tonight hosts a rally on the National Mall. There's a military flyover, stealth bombers, military bands, and singer Lee Greenwood, among others. You may not remember his name, but if you've lived here long enough, you certainly remember his work. Paul Ebert, who spent 52 years as Prince William County's Commonwealth Attorney, has died. Ebert, who retired at the age of 81, handled decades of major cases, most notably the conviction of D.C. sniper John Muhammad and the domestic abuse cases of John and Lorraine Bobbitt a decade earlier. Paul Ebert was 88. Traffic and weather next.
This report is sponsored by Viome. You wouldn't take someone else's prescription, so why take somebody else's supplements? Viome starts with a simple at-home test, then creates custom biotics and nutrients based specifically for your body. Personalized nutrition starts here. Go to Viome.com. Use code RADIO today.
Wow.
Shorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
From the outer loop to the Beltway, the roadwork is set up after the Clara Barton Parkway before the American Legion Bridge along the right-hand side today, causing delays for Old Georgetown Road to get through the work zone. Also creating a backup on 270 southbound, the 270 spur from before Democracy Boulevard to join the outer loop before 95. The other stretch of the Beltway that's very slow right now is going to be on the inner loop. Delays beginning near 95 in College Park to the work zone. That is just before the Baltimore-Washington Parkway along the left. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Sunny and pleasant today with a high of 82 at 77 at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
It's Vince. I love cars and I love PCU Fast in Chantilly. Right now, they've got a great deal on powder coating your car's wheels. Get all 4 wheels powder coated for just $850, including mount and balance. Terms apply. Powder coating your wheels by PCU Fast doesn't just look great. It's tougher than paint, resists chips, brake dust, and corrosion, and it keeps your wheels looking new longer. Visit PCUfast.com or call 703-705-9220. That's 703-705-9220.
Your next act doesn't have to start from scratch. With Fora, you can become a travel advisor and build a business using the skills you already have and be supported every step of the way. Fora gives you everything you need to start a successful travel business with over 700 training courses, live coaching, and a powerful booking platform all in one place. Work on your own terms with no sales quotas or minimums so you can grow your business at a pace that fits your life. Along the way, you're able to tap into a community of seasoned professionals who are also building their own travel businesses. And you don't need prior experience. Fora provides the technology and training that meets you where you are. Plus, your personal and professional network is one of your biggest assets. You can start earning commission by booking trips for your friends and family. Your new journey starts here. Become a Fora advisor today at foratravel.com/earn. That's FORA travel.com/earn.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
GCU empowers learners of every generation, on campus, online, and hybrid learning environments.
This is purpose-driven education. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the road or the ride, 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Did you know you can save even more at Family Dollar with free smart coupons? Save up to $500 a week by creating an account, clipping coupons online or in the app, and redeeming them at checkout. Start saving even more today.
WMAL, making sense of party politics, because somebody's got to hold their feet to the fire. Download the WMAL app for free.
As I now have my mailbag questions in front of me, and I see the first one has to do, and it's true. About my pocket knife, I started talking about it, and I never finished the story. And you're right, I need to get to that. We have mailbag today, and in the Clinton household, Bill is home alone, kind of, well, without Hillary anyway. We also have Iran and radical Islam and nuclear weapons in the mix. The Democrats want to fund Iran's nuclear weapons program, encourage them to spin centrifuges and enrich uranium, extend the range of their ballistic missiles, because the left is a suicidal death cult. That's why they've created, it's not really the Tea Party. I saw there are articles today that in New York with the communist rising, that the Democrats are creating their own version of the Tea Party, but it's the Kool-Aid Party. They're not drinking tea, they're drinking Kool-Aid. And we were working on an acronym for Kool-Aid because Tea Party was taxed enough already, sometimes looked at as taxed enough already. And now the Kool-Aid Party, what is it? Kill our own leaders and abolish Israel, death, something like that. Working on an acronym for the Kool-Aid Party. And honestly, this Ro Khanna guy, he came to Congress. Well, I'm worth $27 to $46 million. Can't be any more specific than that, somewhere in between. Then he came to Congress, and a couple of years later, he is the #1 Wall Street trader in Congress. And now he's worth $232 million. 232.7. But that 700,000 is a rounding error when you got 232 million, and went from 27 million to 232 million while in Congress, while making less than $200,000 a year. Isn't that amazing? Our Democrat Party, they're really something. So we got that going for us. All right, we've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, because the Democrats are dangerous, filthy, crazy people, and there are a lot of them.
My roach vial.
And we're going to get to the mailbag. But President Trump on the commies that the Democrats are running in New York, and he calls them commies, which is what they are, and that's good. And you have these lunatics like Chevalier, not Maurice, not related.
Ever see people run around and pick up used cigarette butts to smoke?
When she converted to Islam either 3 years ago or 8 years ago, and she complains that she doesn't want members of Congress that are bought by AIPAC because they're at war against the Jews, just like the Nazis were. While they call everybody Nazis, they behave as the Nazis did. with no sense of irony whatsoever. And she's organizing Muslim spaces. This is the Democrat Party. They're waging a war. It's an asymmetric war against the United States of America. The Democrat Party. Not on our side, not even close. Oh, yeah, and I think, Michael, we were going to soundbite number 8 because Daria Lisa Chevalier, who won her primary in New York and therefore will win a seat in the House of Representatives, and she's an extremist and a radical and a fascist, and that's fine with the Democrat Party because that's the mainstream of the Democrat Party. So, doing an interview, Daria Lisa Chevalier, with Vox, like Latin for voice. And the reporter is named Astad Herndon. Wasn't that a slave ship? I think she was named for a slave ship. I know, just kidding. But
you guys are lucky. I've never been around anyone who speaks Latin because I probably would have learned it a lot better than what I know.
And then when you're a Democrat, they get their friends in the Silicon
Valley. Hi, Kevin.
All your tweets disappear. But this reporter, Astad Herndon, actually asked Daria Lisa Chevalier about her tweets. And you said some pretty crazy things about deportations and illegal aliens in the United States, for example.
I want to ask about a couple of deleted tweets. You deleted more than 3,500 tweets after running for office. The first is all deportation is wrong. Is that something you still believe?
That phrase, yes. I still believe that all deportations are wrong.
Even if we're talking about illegal entry to the country or someone who may have committed a crime?
So when we're talking about things like illegal entry, we're actually talking about administrative laws, right? We're not talking about criminal law.
But you see how she dodged and avoided the question because Astad asked a perfectly intelligent question. So you have illegal aliens who have been arrested for and tried for and convicted of crimes in the United States. Would you not deport them? And she dodged the question. So when I said that, she addressed half of the question and not the other half. So she wants more illegal alien felons in the United States, criminals loose on the streets who don't speak English, to rape and murder, because that's the Democrat Party's program, is more rape, more murder, more crime, more Venezuelan gangs, more Salvadoran gangs. Honestly, you people. And yeah, that's not immigration law, that's criminal law. He just asked you a question that made perfect sense, but you didn't answer because your brain is extremely substandard. Here is Astad Herndon talking to Chevalier.
If we're saying all deportation is wrong, though, that would seem to also include people who were convicted of breaking U.S. criminal law. Is the deportation of those people wrong?
Yes, and the reason I say that is because we have a criminal system.
Good for him.
It is imperfect, but it exists. And it is one that if we accept as the process by which we want to engage with these issues, right, the issues of harm, issues of criminality, what have you, then we need to make sure that it is one that isn't also discriminatory on the basis of where people were born.
Right. Yeah.
We're logical. What do you do for work, anyways? How do you make your money? I mean, I'm just a potato peeler, all right?
And as Senator John Kennedy said out loud some time ago.
Yeah, I've had to clean toilets in the past,
it's illegal.
amongst other things.
You're not allowed to just
One of the many duties that I would perform. A job is a job is a job is a job. I hope Jeff gets a, hey, Little Caesars. There ain't a Little Caesars within miles of where I live. Long ways away for Little Caesars where I'm at.
And Astad asked the perfect follow-up, which is a lost art. The art of the
I hope Jeff gets hired there. Keep your mouth shut, Jeff. Go to work, do your fucking job, do it your ass. You're there to fucking earn a paycheck.
To subject someone who
don't try to fucking be in YouTube chat while you're at work like Angie.
Additionally to an immigration
Once again, she's at some casino, but she's in a fucking chat.
Same facilities that criminal people who are convicted of criminal convictions are also held, right? And then deported and ripped away from everything they know and love. That is also punishment. And that is punishment not on the basis of the crime they committed, because they already served their time when they were processed through the criminal system. It is double punishment. And if we truly believe that double jeopardy is something that is unconstitutional, something that is unethical, something that is against
these people are fucked up in the head.
In this country, we cannot subject people to that on the basis of where they were born.
Right. What?
Okay.
Has a brain like a
Meanwhile, I'm being told that I'm European and I immigrated here.
Everything from start to finish, semantic, legal.
About it, Rum. Why don't you come on up here, Rum? I'll let you speak.
For murder, and then when you're released, she says
You won't be able to porn bomb me, though.
Now that they're convicted murderers,
I'll let you talk. You got so much to fucking say, especially behind a block.
On the street in the United States, these people mean more crime. These people mean more murder. These people mean less civilization.
Mary Bernie, I hope you realize this Rum demeans you and the country you live in. You really need to smarten up, Mary Bernie.
These people, I said these people.
Illegal immigration.
Never asked you to like me, and I don't care if you do or not.
That's true. All right, let's go to.
You got your life to live. I got my life to live.
Let's go to Dave, calling from.
And you know the old liberal saying, "It is what it is." Right, Mary?
Yes, it is.
Don't forget the day I came into your chat, Mary, as Zenny.
Yes, I just wanted to.
Immediately, you put a fucking wrench on me. You got people with wrenches in your chat. You don't even know who the fuck they are.
Our own liberal and idiot Democrats.
Kill our own liberal and idiot Democrats. Is that it? And idiot Democrats.
Yes, because as we know, not only do they go after people that don't think like them, eventually they eat their own.
Yeah, that's true. They eventually get around to that. Sometimes it takes a while, and a lot of people are crushed in the with the left worldwide in the 20th century. Nope.
You know, this thing with German lady coming into my chat. You know, all of a sudden after all this time, there's German lady appears, right? You guys went right after. You guys are so presumptuous, it's pathetic. He's so worried about what somebody might do. Instead of worrying about what they've already done. How about you, Yummy? I made you drop the Palestinian flag. Of course, I had a little help from some other people. That's pure ignorance. And Rum is pure ignorant. Mary Bernie doesn't understand what that stands for because she's just, you know, she's slow. So worried about being accepted by certain people. It's fucking scumbags. You're a scumbag, Rum. You guys are scumbags. I'm not impressed. And I don't have to like you. That's what DA would do. He fucking demanding that I like his friends, like Sebastian. Yeah, solid. About it, Sebastian. I don't know. Did I ban you from my chat? I didn't look at my list. I've been banning people right now. I don't give a fuck if there's anybody on there or not. Remember back in the old days, back in Fox 46, DA, your little fucking buddies would come at me with several accounts and I block them. Then you get mad and want me to unblock them. How many times you asked me to unblock people? DA? A lot. Then you got logical. The earth is flat. It bothered Baba Yaga, but, you know, I look at you as being stupid. That's a dumb thing to troll with. Look at he responded to me talking about you can't address what I say. How do you keep a inbred dwarf busy? I wouldn't even try it. You're pretty fucking busy there, dwarf. Because you are a dwarf, logical. I'm gonna do what Tom Flash has been doing for the last few days. Just sit here and talk. Just sit here and fucking talk. Notice I got the American flag behind me. Look at Tom Flash's chat and look what he's got behind him. And you got Will Durant fucking putting butter on that motherfucker's ass. Butt fucking him. You're fucking goon, Tom Flash. You want to come up, Tom Flash? You're welcome to come up. Come on up here. You want, because you've been wanting to talk to me. So there's a link. Come on up there, fucktard. Come on up.
Media, because they're a piece of work over there. But they've got their guy who was driven out because he's Jewish. Ousted New York City Democrat warns anti-Semitism will be the undoing of the USA, right after he was banned from New York City coffee shop over his support for Israel. And this is Dan Goldman, and he was voted out yesterday. First in the morning, he went to a coffee shop, and he was kicked out for being Jewish. And they say, oh, no, for being just for supporting Israel, which is the only Jewish state.
This is you, Logical, you dumb fucker.
Arrested Representative Dan Goldman, Democrat, New York, warned anti-Semitism.
Logical has never had a job. He lives with his mother.
He said during his
he tried to move away
last night,
but it didn't work out.
Dan Goldman voiced concerns right after he was beat in New York's Democratic primary. Right after he was banned from a local coffee shop in Brooklyn for his pro-Israel views.
Good thing I'm not sitting on the porch. I'd be shooting at them birds with my BB gun.
Quickly became national news. That's because it's the rise of Nazism in the Democrat Party, and they've made it normal. They made rioting normal, political violence normal, mob political violence normal, mob sex violence normal. The Democrat Party, we should just build a giant prison and wave them in because they're all violent, criminally insane, and gender dysphoric lunatics. Amazing stuff. Became national news after the coffee shop Poetica Coffee in New York City branded Goldman a genocide enabler, when in fact they're fighting in defense of Hamas, which is attempting to facilitate an actual genocide. But never mind that. Goldman said, Jews have been at the forefront of every single civil rights issue for the past century. Yeah, the thing is, it's true, American liberal Jews have advocated for the left and the Democrat Party in the name, many cases and many instances, of civil rights. And now the people that they championed are there to destroy them. They've come around to bite you. And look like you backed the wrong team there, Dan. All you guys, yeah, the forefront of civil rights. Oh no, look at the clock again. I did it again. I can't believe it. I keep doing that. Yeah, meeting at Austin, New York City Democrat warns anti-Semitism will be the undoing of the USA. Banned from a New York City coffee shop. But then he was voted out for being pro-Israel too, because the Democrat Party is an anti-Semitic party. Even their Jews are anti-Semites. Isn't that crazy? The mailbag is still coming up, and the first one I saw made me laugh about my pocket knife and the mall in Washington. That's coming up in the next hour, and the Democrats continue to be violently, criminally insane.
You're listening to The Chris Platt Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Now when you play Powerball, at Double Play for only $1 more, your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. Anything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play. for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
What's Spectrum Internet? It's the most reliable internet to stream, game, and browse the way you want. It's also security to keep your whole family safe online. And it's adding the power of Wi-Fi 7 to your home so you're ready for today and tomorrow. That's fast, secure, and future-ready internet for your family. So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at Spectrum.com. Services not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
You purr at me and I feel complete. Then you come at me like the Wolverine. And even though you often turn your back on me, our love goes deeper than a submarine. No, I don't want clay dust inside of you, or chemicals in the place you poo. In my arms or in your box, our love will be pure.
World's best cat litter for the world's best cat.
1 second, you're enjoying your first day off and forever. Then, mid-lunch, your phone buzzes. A window's been broken at home, and you're miles away. In 1 second, everything can change. That's why ADT offers security systems with 24/7 monitoring, with tech that helps first responders prioritize your emergency. And with the ADT Plus app, you can stay informed and in control of your home from virtually wherever you are. And every second counts. Count on ADT. Visit ADT.com to learn more. For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Did you know you can save even more at Family Dollar with free smart coupons? Save up to $500 a week by creating an account, clipping coupons online or in the app, and redeeming them at checkout. Start saving even more today.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sensation, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop tested over and over. We do all that to the V6 powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
WMAL, making sense of the economy, because it's your money and your retirement. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Let's go back to outgoing Congressman Dan Goldman, who was driven out of a coffee shop because he dares to support Israel as a Jewish member of Congress. And then he lost his election last night, a primary election. And And he was asked, he went on CNN and let's go to the first one, tell you about anti-Semitism. Because, hey, you're going to lose your, he was on CNN. Which one are we going to first, Michael? After he lost? Let's go to the, he lost last night and he came out and he said this.
Jews have been at the forefront of every single civil rights issue in this country for the past century.
Yeah, and now they're not with you.
And Jews have given back so much to this country.
First they came
as
from the
history
Jews.
has taught us, anti-Semitic tropes and stereotypes, some of which I heard personally on this campaign, will ultimately be the undoing of our democracy if we all don't lean in and speak out, even if it's not politically expedient.
Lean in and speak out, not politically expedient. So complex, isn't it? It's just extraordinary. The Democrat Party is a threat to the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is a threat to the United States. The Democrat Party is certainly a threat to the Jewish people and to Israel. They're out of the closet when it comes to being anti-Semites, and they're calling themselves socialists right on cue, just like the Socialist Workers' Party of Germany in the 1930s and 40s, because the Democrats, they're evolving, and they're not liberals, they're the left. They're not liberals, they are the left.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11. Good morning, everybody. I'm John Matthews. Breaking this hour, President Trump has canceled a scheduled signing of a bipartisan housing bill until the Senate passes his Save America Act. He's going to the Capitol to press GOP senators on that. He's been pressuring them for months to focus on his proof of citizenship voting bill, even though it doesn't have the votes to pass.
He's got a meeting at the White House with defense industry leaders, followed by another with NATO Secretary General, and then a rally on the National Mall kicking off the American State Fair. But he started the day on the phone with our colleague Trey Yingst, pushing back on Iran's denials that they're not allowing nuclear inspectors. The president told Trey that U.S. inspectors will join the IAEA, but there's no rush to get them in. He also revealed that the sanctions relief that was announced earlier this week will go toward about $500 million worth of U.S. goods for the Iranian people.
Fox News' Jackie Heinrich. Gas prices were on the president's mind overnight as he took to Truth Social.
President Trump has ordered the Department of Justice to investigate big oil companies. He says the big oil companies are not dropping their price at the pump commensurate with the sharply lower prices they're paying for oil. The average price of gas steadily declining in recent weeks there, but evidently it's not enough of a decline for the president. He warned that gas prices better start going down faster than what he's seeing. AAA says the national average price of gas right now is $3.92, so we'll be watching this story.
7 News' John Rogers. Maryland Republicans have boosted their confidence after last night's primary results.
We will win because Maryland is no longer asleep.
Dan Cox, the winner, looking forward to a rematch of 2022 with incumbent Wes Moore.
Wes Moore now has a record, and it's harmful to every Marylander.
Moore won that office in 22 by 32 points, though Senate Minority Leader Steve Hershey in a statement says political analysts will be quick to point to those results. He adds the questions before voters is not what happened 4 years ago, it's whether they are better off today. That's the debate voters deserve and the debate Republicans will have. Scotland on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Now election workers get a day of rest today. Then it's back to counting tomorrow in Maryland.
The following week, we do the provisional ballot.
Maryland State Administrator Jared DeMarinis does not expect any issues counting the replacement ballots following a reported printing error.
The contract with the printer ends at the end of this year, so we'll be going out to bid for a new printer.
Insisting
Marylanders should have full faith and confidence in the process and the election results when all said and done.
Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
Frederick, Montgomery, and Prince George's County schools, as well as the Maryland Department of Education, are under investigation for alleged Title IX violations.
The Department of Education says it's looking into whether policies allowing trans students to choose which bathrooms to use and sports teams to play on are Title IX violations. According to the complaint, instead of enforcing the law, the district told biological females who objected to sharing facilities with trans students to use single-user bathrooms instead. Montgomery County Schools say in a statement they remain committed to providing safe, welcoming, and inclusive learning environments for all students. Heather Curtis on WMAL and WMAL.com.
The Dow is up 428 points at this hour. NASDAQ's up 231. Up next, traffic and weather on WMAL.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Spain is currently trading at over 17% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out over $530 if they win soccer's biggest prize. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code JUMP to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory. For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Thompson Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic and weather. Here is Steve Hirshhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
95 northbound in Virginia is very slow right now from Quantico most of the way up to Dale Boulevard, where there was a work zone set up. Southbound 95 is going to be slow approaching the Purple Heart Bridge down to 123. Around the Beltway, the outer loop very heavy and slow from Old Georgetown Road to the construction before the American Legion Bridge along the right. The inner loop is also very slow now from Route 1 in College Park down to the BW Parkway. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Now we're in for some dry weather for a couple of days, today and tomorrow. This afternoon, sunny 82. Tonight, clear. Lows will be in the low 60s again. Surrounding areas will be in the 50s. Sunshine comes back tomorrow. Should push the upper 80s. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stitchett on WMAL.
Right now it is 79 at Reagan National Airport. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
The kind of people that are trying to run out of office, I mean, they're just good, traditional kinds of Democrats you would expect in New York City now. And now this has just become, really, it's just been the dancing days of the dirtbag left. You know, with some of these candidates are outrageous. You know, you have candidates, they abolish ICE, abolish the police.
Yeah, that's abolish the border, abolish ICE, abolish the police, empty the prisons, let every criminal with a gun loose on the street, because that's the Democrat Party's plan. That's what they want to do. And that's a Democrat senator who, you know, he had to have a stroke to come to his senses. Isn't that amazing? John Fetterman there talking about his own party, theoretically. Pretty amazing stuff. Well, very, very happy Wednesday, too, and welcome back for hour number 3. Hour number 3. Don't go to New York if you're Jewish, and my God, if you live there and you're Jewish, it's time to get out. Don't get on the subway, though. Too dangerous. All the communists won in New York last night, and the media and the Democrats, but I repeat myself, are declaring it a political wave. It's kind of the red putsch. The red putsch. It's like a Soviet-style takeover of the government. It's an insurrection of sorts. They are undemocratic as possible, but they got enough votes to steal seats in the House of Representatives. Let's get. I've got a lot to get to. I'm going to get to the mailbag as well. But let me start. Actually, Michael, let's go to soundbite number 11. Jamal Bowman, former representative, just amazing. We play, but it's only 9 seconds. I want to play it. Here's Jamal Bowman. He's the guy that set off the fire alarm in Congress when he was a member of the House of Representatives and made everybody run from the Congress because he didn't want a vote to take place. It was pro-American, and he was against it. But here he is, and he was a very popular leader in the Democrat Party and in the media. Jamal Bowman, now a former congressman, but he's very active in New York with the communists.
Because now you're going to have like half of Congress screaming free Palestine.
Yeah, F AIPAC, because now half of Congress is going to be screaming free Palestine. They're going to show up with AK-47s and suicide vests in the House of Representatives and vote against the Jews because they should be wearing armbands. I've seen this coming for a long, long time, and it continues to come. Just amazing stuff. And he's cheering old Maurice Chevalier here and Brad Lander, who unseated all the communists won, unseated the Levi Strauss fortune heir, $250 million, and Claire Valdez, who is for open borders and free the criminals everywhere, and F AIPAC and all that. Jamal Bowman.
Make some noise for Daria Lisa.
Daria Lisa, Chevalier.
Make some noise for Brad Lander. Make some noise for Claire Valdez. Let me hear you say AIPAC.
That's right, an F.
Okay, I'm not going to curse anymore. No.
But he cursed their F AIPAC because they are openly anti-Semitic. They are the Nazi party of the 21st century in America, and the Jews better look out because this is the backbone of the Democrat Party. There was kind of a fun moment when the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, the ranking Democrat in the House of Representatives, Hakeem Jeffries, he's an anti-Semite from way back. He was raised by his uncle, Professor Leonard Jeffries, one of the most notorious public anti-Semites, raised Hakeem Jeffries. The Democrat Party took him, made him the Democrat leader. If the Democrats win the House of Representatives, this communist racist will become the Speaker of the House in the name of the Democrat Party. And he came up on the TV last night because he's trying to support Democrats, even though they don't want to support, with Claire Valdez, who's one of the communists that won in New York last night. And here is the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives showing up on the screen at the Claire Valdez party. There he is. I don't think they like him. They're booing him. And Hakeem Jeffries, he's on CNN saying, oh no, Zoran Mamdani is not the future of the Democratic Party, but that's because he's an ignorant slut and he lies about everything that he talks about. Isn't that amazing? And Hakeem Jeffries is up on the big screen at the Communist Party in New York for Claire Valdez, who wants to open our borders, free all the illegal aliens, and give guns to every criminal. And here are the Democrats in the crowd there with the communists in New York, Claire Valdez, chanting at Hakeem Jeffries what is in store for him. He's the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, and the communists in New York are chanting. And the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives, you're next. You're next, meaning we're going to target you, and you'll be lucky if they don't shoot you with a rifle, which they do a lot of as well. And the party that he tuned into, that he came in by a Zoom call or something, thanks to the patriarchy, was for Claire Valdez. And Claire Valdez, this is Claire Valdez telling us who she is.
I'm a union organizer.
Woo! They say,
anti-war activists,
sure, anti-war
and a
activists.
democratic socialist. Running Congress right here in the hearts of the commie cold. The fascists in the White House, we have a climate denier in the White House.
Who climate denier?
We have a racist and transphobe in the White House.
He's a climate denier. He's a racist, a fascist, a transphobe. He has an irrational fear of people that dress funny. And that makes sense to these mentally impaired people. Aren't they amazing? Claire Valdez, she won her primary, and that means she's going to win the seat in the House of Representatives and come to Washington. Here she is. She's a communist. Her name is Claire Valdez.
We have declared that this movement is durable. I will lead the fight against ISIS cruelty.
Yeah, against ISIS. It's we've declared. You don't get to declare anything. And ISIS cruelty. Shall we go down the long list of the criminals that have brutalized just women alone in the United States since you guys opened the floodgates at our southern border? Aren't they amazing? Yeah. So, everybody, we're the bad guys, and all the bad guys are the good guys. They're the left. They're commies. They call themselves socialists. But again, so did Joseph Stalin. And remember what Vladimir Lenin said. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov, his real name. And he chose Lenin because they all lied about their names. Hitler's real name is not Hitler, it's Schickel Gruber. And Stalin's real name is not Stalin. And Lenin's real name is not Lenin. And, those are clues on the way to a disaster. But we've got this, and honestly, the rising tide of anti-Semitism in the United States, and had Dan Goldman saying it'll be the end of everything of our civilization. Of course, they say everything will be the end of civilization. And then there's Daria Lisa Chevalier, who gave a victory speech because she won last night, too. All the commies won. And here is the incoming Democrat member of the House of Representatives from New York named Chevalier.
We have to use every tool in the toolbox to make sure that we abolish ICE and keep our immigrant neighbors safe.
Yeah, we've got to abolish ICE and keep our immigrant, meaning illegal alien criminal gang members, need to keep them safe, protect and defend crime and criminals, and defund ICE and stop ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, because we don't want immigration laws. We certainly don't want to enforce them. And these people are anarchists, and it's civil war that they're bringing. Brad Lander is the Democrat that defeated Dan Goldman, who inherited $250 million from his grandmother, whose great-great-uncle founded Levi Strauss. But never mind that. Defeated him, and the Democrats are very happy that Brad Lander, who's also Jewish, but I think he's an anti-Semite. He's anti-Israel, and that gets you in good with the Democrat Party because they're goose-stepping on the way to Munich 33. Brad Lander, he won last night, too.
What we need instead is a politics of shared safety. One that understands that Israelis will only be truly safe when Palestinians are free.
Palestinians have been free for years since Israel gave them the Gaza and helped them set up elections, which they used to elect Hamas, which used international money to dig tunnels so they could store their weapons. And then when they kidnapped women in Israel, they brought them down there and raped them to death over the course of months. They've been so free. They're the freest Arab Muslims in that entire region of the world. The Arab Muslims in Gaza, because they lived previously under the protection of Israel as long as they behaved like civilized people. And they can't behave like civilized people for long. So they butchered and raped and murdered and kidnapped. And then they had to be killed because you're only left with one option at that point. And it's terrible, but the only rational thing to do is kill these savages and stop them from perpetrating their savagery. That's the thing. Yeah, until they're free. They were free. They were free to murder and rape and kidnap and be terrorists. That's how much freedom they had. And that's what they gave us. You give them freedom, that's what they give you. They're terrorists, you see. And, the kidnapping, the rape, the torture, the murder, all that stuff. Crazy, man, crazy. So, New York Mayor Zoran Kwame Mamdani, he supported all of the communists that won. New York City should be fenced off, and we should treat it like Gaza from now on. Everybody in their right mind should leave. If you have money, you should leave because they're planning on stealing it. They're socialists. But here is Mayor Mamdani, and he supported all of he is very excited the communists won across the board. It was the red wave, the burgundy putsch, and here's the mayor of New York that they elected.
This is your victory. What you all have shown this evening, whether for state assembly, state senate, or Congress, is that a year ago, it was not the end of a political movement. It was the beginning. And let's hear it for a politics that will never forget working people. For a politics that is ready to write a new chapter in our party's history.
Yeah, because socialism has always been so good for the working people. They were made slaves under socialism and brutalized and died young and thrown into gulags by the millions. But you guys are going to get it right this time, I'm sure. Hassan Piker is another one of their terrorist-loving, America-hating, racist, extreme lunatic lefties. Hassan Piker is a streaming guru and hero of the left, influencer. That's an idiotic name for people. But here's Hassan Piker. He's a Democrat leader.
They're calling it a sweep. They're calling it the sweep that the Knicks couldn't make. That's what they're saying. That's what I've heard. We were able to go out.
That's not what they're saying.
We were able to turn out. We were able to knock on doors. And we were able to get voters to realize that a better future is possible. That do-nothing Democrats that have spent decades upon decades sitting on their comfortable thrones, collecting paychecks for corporate donations and foreign lobbies, they better recognize that a new politics is coming to the rest of the country, because every single victory that Americans see gives them confidence that a better future is possible.
This reminds me of the great British documentary series, The World at War. The greatest documentary series ever made in all probability. I have it on DVD at home. Just an extraordinary series. And this is the rise of bad things in America. And that can't be good for the United States of America. And honestly, it does remind me of early episodes in The World at War of what was happening in Europe. Hassan Piker doesn't know anything about that. Here's Hassan Piker. He really hates Israel and the Jews.
People living in Republican states need adequate housing too. People in Republican and purple states need health care too. That's what we're here to provide. I think people in red states and purple states also find our allegiance to Israel to be unconscionable, especially because Israel is for far too long left unaccountable to do whatever it wants and has taken $300 billion of American tax dollars. I think that's a convincing message, not only in one of the bluest districts in the country, but that's a convincing message in all districts in this country.
He lies about everything. He's a psychopath and a liar. Byron York was on the television and asked about where the Democrats are. And Byron York, a very bright guy, a fine writer, and he's not full of hooey. Byron York was asked about the state of affairs with the Democrat Party and beyond.
There's something going on here is when a party loses, as the Democrats did in 2024, they enter a period of introspection. They have a debate about where they're going. And there were some Democrats, as you know, who after losing to Trump in 2024 said, we've gone too far left. We need to moderate, get back to the center. But there were others who said, no, we have not gone far enough to the left. And those are the ones who had the huge victory last night. Now, whether that's going to translate into national terms, we don't know. But right now, Mamdani really is the king of the socialist wing of the Democratic Party.
That's a fact, Jack. Yeah, and the Democrat Party is the Socialist Party. So I got to tell you, Hakeem Jeffries is the loser in all of this. Nancy Pelosi. The Democrat Party is the loser in all this. The modern Democrat Party is going to break away and form the Confederate States of America again. But this time there will be gulags and death camps. Hey, wait a minute, there were last time, too. Amazing. And we have the mailbag questions coming up as well. Don't go anywhere.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Your next act doesn't have to start from scratch. With Fora, you can become a travel advisor and build a business using the skills you already have and be supported every step of the way. Fora gives you everything you need to start a successful travel business with over 700 training courses, live coaching, and a powerful booking platform all in one place. Work on your own terms with no sales quotas or minimums so you can grow your business at a pace that fits your life. Along the way, you're able to tap into a community of seasoned professionals who are also building their own travel businesses. And you don't need prior experience. Fora provides the technology and training that meets you where you are. Plus, your personal and professional network is one of your biggest assets. You can start earning commission by booking trips for your friends and family. Your new journey starts here. Become a Fora advisor today at foratravel.com/earn. That's FORA travel.com/earn.
Now when you play Powerball, add Double Play for only $1 more. Your numbers will be entered into the Double Play drawing for a chance to win up to $10 million. Double the play for just $1 more. If only everything good could be doubled. Double vacation days. Double desserts. Double your favorite dog dolly. Double your play with Powerball Double Play for just $1 more.
Try it today. New York Lottery. Have you got action? Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y.
$1 deals are back at Dollar Tree for a limited time. From select dinnerware and textiles to fruit snacks, cereal, and baking supplies, there are exciting $1 finds for everyone. Stock up and save before these deals disappear. And remember, beyond these special $1 offers, you'll always discover everyday great value on thousands of items throughout the store. Hurry into Dollar Tree today. Offer good on select items for a limited time or while supplies last. See store for more details.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
The Nissan Rogue. Pack it. Push it. Rev it. Grip it. Test it. Trust it. Drive it. You can take it. The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Built for all the noisy, crazy, happy chaos you can throw at it. Nissan. #1 in new vehicle quality. For JD Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Your next act doesn't have to start from scratch. With Fora, you can become a travel advisor and build a business using the skills you already have and be supported every step of the way. Fora gives you everything you need to start a successful travel business with over 700 training courses, live coaching, and a powerful booking platform all in one place. Work on your own terms with no sales quotas or minimums so you can grow your business at a pace that fits your life. Along the way, you're able to tap into a community of seasoned professionals who are also building their own travel businesses. And you don't need prior experience. Fora provides the technology and training that meets you where you are. Plus, your personal and professional network is one of your biggest assets. You can start earning commission by booking trips for your friends and family. Your new journey starts here. Become a Fora advisor today at foratravel.com/earn. That's FORA travel.com/earn.
For generations, Advance Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advance Auto Parts today.
It's Vince for Artists and Movers. As a military brat, I remember my parents stressed every time we moved, worried something would break because some movers treated our stuff like junk. It was always stressful. That's why today, whether you're moving across town or across the country, I recommend Artisan Movers, a local family-owned business founded by Mark Lewandowski. He's a proud Terp fan, having graduated from the University of Maryland, and hardworking all-American guy. Mark built Artisan Movers on the vision of giving his customers honest, dependable, high-quality, stress-free moving services. Artisan Movers provides you with local and long-distance moves, storage, and even white-glove service, meaning they'll pack and unpack everything in your home or office. You don't lift a finger. They'll do it all with care, professionalism, and the kind of personal touch you just don't get with the big chains. Honest, careful, and professional. That's the Artisan way. So for your next move, trust Artisan Movers. Free quotes and WMAL listener discounts are available. Call 240-600-0998. That's 240-600-0998. Or visit artisanmovers.com.
WMAL's Vince Colonnade, weekdays at noon on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
All right, we are going to have the mailbag coming up very shortly, our weekly mailbag event. And got a couple of fun ones I saw that made me laugh out loud when I was reading them. That's great. Also, there's a lefty member of the San Francisco City Council. They call it the Board of Supervisors. She went on leave at the end of March, and she stayed away. Melted down. She broke down into tears, explained to her constituents yesterday, that she needs mental health break. She needs a mental health break. The supervisor, Jacqueline Fielder, that's her name, and she's a leftist, of course, and she's sobbing on camera, crying like a lunatic. Says she's set to return to work next Monday after absence for 3 months earlier this year. And there were theories that she was motivated by first-term lawmaker. She is missing from City Hall because she needed mental health treatments. And, she's a white woman. And as we know, more than half of women that identify as liberals have mental illness. And they've been diagnosed with more than half, 56% diagnosed with mental illness. And another one in San Francisco now. And even...
All right, before I leave, one night Randy was on the panel, on JC's panel, and Queen T was up there, and he had just a sweatshirt on, that's all he ever fucking wore to cover up his fucking fat torso, right? Right, he got Queen T's attention, and he went like this, right? Or he fucking did something. He made his fucking boobs jiggle, all right? I think he went like this or some shit. All right. There's a reason why Randy won't show himself on camera like that, especially without a shirt on. Now, he's the one making those avatars for Wiggin, making it look like I got tits and shit. You guys are pathetic. You really are. And then Jim, that's a funny name. Oh, and then the picture. Oh, gee, Billy's got boobs. This is why I don't edit avatars. I just steal them. So Wiggins sits on his couch all day. I got things to do. They'll be fucking doing this all day. Logical. He sits there and waits for me to fucking post. And then I'll block him, then I'll unblock him. It's not. The thing on the block list has changed a long time ago. I see fucking Bud Noble fucking complaining, I gotta block them. I gotta unblock them one at a time. Not no more. That ended a long time ago. Dumb fucker. You and Tom Flash are two of the dumbest motherfuckers. Remember, Rusty, you're the one that fucking Tom Flash fucking was white knighting for you. Bang, come after me. He was with you. He was the greatest thing since fucking sliced bread. Now look at you. No, German lady, I'm not going to report anybody. I reported Randy a long time, but he was just making shorts and because he's not really a streamer. He doesn't really welcome anybody in his stream. He doesn't entertain anything from anybody. He's just, he's been hiding underneath JC's fucking wrench. That's one of the reasons why she finally quit, because she has to deal with dumb fucks like that. Because Randy is a dumb fucker. And he knows what button to push on a fucking computer, but he's still a fucking dumb fucker. Blah. Now, this pot I smoke is all right. If I start calling you by somebody else's name, that means I'm fucking high. My brain's going faster than my mouth. So, yeah, how does Logical make his money? How does Wiggin make his money? Why is Wiggin sitting there with all that cash in his house? Why would somebody fucking flaunt that? So the reason that she is there, because he fucking flashed all that cash. That's her only motive. She loves him for his money, not for him. She only wants his money. Giving him what he wants is, I mean, look at how they get along and shit. Wiggin. Good, don't come to my chat. I don't want to deal with you motherfuckers. Because you're stupid. Now he's over there like he's beating up Whippermantle. Right? Like he's doing all the troll, him and fuck you, you know. They get the libbies. They got the libbies all fucking riled up. You're the Benedict Arnold, Wiggin. Yeah, you fucking chose Vanguard over me. You chose them fucking foreigners over me, Wiggin. You stabbed me in the back. You stabbed me in the back over JC, and she's a foreigner. So on that note, fuck you. I'll see you later. Have fun fucking editing this one.